Alright, you guys, we just picked up the 2x4s. We do still need to take another trip to Menards to pick up the drywall, but it just didn't fit in both of the trucks. So we'll just take a second trip, but right now we're just driving a little bit slowly just to get to the client's house. We don't even have the 2x4s strapped down, so we definitely have to be a little bit careful with that, but it's not a long drive to the client's house, so it will be fine. We're just about to arrive, and then we are going to get started on the work. The client has an unfinished basement, so we're just going to be finishing it up for them. So we will need to do some framing and then some drywall, of course, and then the client will have a really nice basement after that. It did take us some time to load up all the 2x4s because they were all like so crooked and like really bad condition. We just took some time to pick out the right 2x4s, good quality, and then it's always worth doing that because you always want to make sure your quality is good. You want to just put some extra time into picking out good quality materials and ones that are straight and even, so that you don't have any complications when you're actually installing the drywall or doing the framing. So it definitely helps just to spend like 30 extra minutes to make sure that they're perfect. Alright, you guys, it is the first day on the job right now. As you guys can see, we already started to do some of the work. We are starting by putting the 2x4s on the ceiling, so it gives us a little bit of a lower level so that it hides all the piping, all the electrical and things like that. We are starting by doing this section of the basement first. There's a whole nother section on this side of the wall, and so there is definitely a lot in this basement, but we are starting with this section first. Then we're going to put some of the things that are in there into this room once it's all done. Basically, we are starting with the ceiling first, and then we are going to get onto the walls. We're going to install the 2x4s right here. We're going to build a wall with the 2x4s. Then we're going to put in all the electrical, whatever we need, and then insulation, because this is the outer wall as well, so we want to make sure it is all nicely insulated. And then we are going to put the drywall at the end, patch it up, and then painted, and then the walls will be ready to go. This is definitely a big project. It will take us a few weeks to complete, but after we do it, it is going to be a really nicely finished basement. So we finished putting the 2x4s on the ceiling for this part. So now what we are doing is we are going to be building a small closet over here that you can enter from over here, just for extra storage. That's what the client wanted, so that's what we're going to do right now. We are also putting a treated piece of 2x4 on the bottom, which is going to go against the concrete. The concrete is cold and it also has a lot of moisture, so that's why you want to make sure it is treated with so it does not get moldy. As you can see, the original wall also has a piece of treated lumber over here, so that is definitely what we're doing to keep it up with codes, and so it's just better overall. Alright, so we just got done with this wall. We're going to do the same process for this entire wall as well. Alright, looks like everything is straight. Alright, just like that, everything looks to be very straight. So this method definitely works very well. We have all of this already installed very quickly, so All right, you guys, it is day number 2 here on the job. Yesterday, we finished off with all the framing basically in this first area. As you guys can see, we put like these closet door right here. This is where we have the water shut off and things like that. So obviously we have to have access to that, of course. But yeah, we basically finished with all the framing in this entire room. Today, we actually started off by doing a few more things with the framing. As you guys can see, we also put like a little box around this pipe here. So we're going to be finishing up with this room. But yeah, it is definitely starting to gather some shape here. As you guys can see, we have this doorway here. We are going to remove that piece of 2x4 a little bit later on. But basically, this entire room is going to be turned into like a home gym, which is a very nice thing that the clients want to do. So that's why we have like a separate doorway here. We do also need to put a soffit here to cover these vents. Then, like I said before, we are going to have a closet here. So we are going to work on that here in a bit. But yeah, this entire room is almost complete. Of course, we still need to do all the drywall, but in terms of the framing, we have almost 90% done. So we are definitely moving along really quickly here. All right, you guys, we are moving along with this project. As you can see, we have the entire soffit complete now, so that, you know, hides all these vents and all the piping up there as well. So basically just like that, we were able to do it. It took us not that much time, honestly. So basically this is what it looks like. We will need to definitely purchase a lot more 2x4s. As you can see, we don't have much left, and we bought, I think like 140 at first. All right, you guys, it is day number 3. I know it's a little bit dark over here, but that is because we started to do all the electricity here. As you can see, we have all the BX and all the electricity started. So that is what we've been starting yesterday. The BX is going to be going for the can lights, which we already ordered, and we should be installing them pretty soon. We did also buy a lot of insulation, so we are going to be installing the insulation here pretty soon. We do still need to work on the electricity, so we can't do it just yet. But yeah, yesterday we did also get done with framing the closet. As you can see, we already have the closet doors framed out. These are 36-inch openings. It is day number 4. As you guys can see, we already started doing the drywall. We started with the ceiling first. So we started with the ceiling, and as you guys can see, we also did the walls this morning. So that is what we are going to continue on. But yeah, everything is coming along very nicely. As you guys can see, we have all of the drywall basically almost complete. We do still need to put it on this side, and then we will put in the can lights as well. I'm not sure if we have the can lights, but we might have it. So the boss is saying that tomorrow the can lights are supposed to come in. All right, you guys, it is the end of day number 4. As you guys can see, we installed the entire drywall in this entire room. Like I said, we do still have a whole nother section of this basement, but first we're doing this section. As you guys can see, we have a lot of progress done here. We actually patched up all the seams and all the corners, and we even installed the recessed lighting as well for, you know, the lighting. We want to have it, you know, very nice in here. And as you guys can see, it is very light in here. Everything is really nice and open, so it's definitely a big progress. But yeah, we have been working on this project ever since Monday this week. It is now Friday, so we do definitely have a lot of progress done. So, you know, this is what we're just wrapping up today. So we just finished cleaning out this entire next space that we are going to be working on. This is the next part of the basement. There is a whole nother area right here, but there's just a lot of things there right now, like furniture and things like that. It is definitely hard to transfer all of those things, take them out and have it clean for contractors. So we understand the client's situation for this one. First, we are going to be doing the framing. So basically the same thing that you saw in the beginning of this video in the first room. We're going to start with the framing. Then after that, we're going to move on to the electrical, then drywall, patch. We are going to need a lot more 2x4s. As you guys can see, there's not that many. And we do have, like I said, this entire room to frame, and also the room over there to frame. So there is definitely a lot of 2x4s we will be needing, and a lot of drywall as well. This area right here is going to be a bedroom, and this is where the bathroom is going to be. This is a little bit of a tight layout here because we do have, the furnace, the boiler, etc. So we are going to have to kind of configure this in a way that will make it look really nicely and also function the correct way. But we are going to have the doorway right there, and also right there. This doorway is going to be the one from the bedroom. So the clients wanted it that way, so we are going to do it for them. And then we are going to have a vanity probably in this area, a toilet in this area, and then a shower right here. So it is going to be a really nice bathroom. We are moving along with the project. Right now we are working on framing. We just finished framing the entire bedroom, making the openings for the doors and things like that. We also finished with the framing of the bathroom. So now we're basically framing around the furnace and, the boiler and things like that. So we're kind of making like a little closet space. So, we have a lot of things done here. But yeah, if we look at it, we do still have a lot of framing to go. Like I said, we do still have that whole entire area over there. So today we basically did this entire wall. A lot of, playing around with the framing around here, and also the openings for the doors. And then this is what we are working on right now. So you can see there's a lot of work that goes into this. All right, you guys, check this out. We have a lot of progress done on the bedroom. As you can see, we have all the electrical basically complete in this entire bedroom. We also have the insulation in here as well, and the framing. So everything is coming along very nicely. Check this out, guys. Here is the progress on the bathroom addition. As you guys can see, we are currently doing the plumbing. So we are about done with today. As you guys can see, we actually did a lot of progress today. Basically what we did is we worked on a lot of the plumbing. So here's how that looks pretty good right now. We have the drain for the toilet, And also here we have the drain for the vanity, which the clients already ordered. We did a lot of soffit work, so this is where you know, the soffit will be to cover the metal beam. And then on this side we also completed it as well. Alright you guys, so we just completed all the electrical in this entire bedroom as well as the bathroom. But as you guys can see, we have all the electrical connected, so everything is ready for the recessed lighting, which will come a little bit later on. As you can see, we already have some hanging down, but first we do need to install the drywall before we can actually install the recessed lights. But yeah, everything is coming along really nicely here. We have the soffit built as well, so you know, everything is ready for drywall. Alright you guys, it is the next day. Today we are actually going to start off with the drywall. We do still have a little bit of electrical left to do, but we're just going to complete that tomorrow morning. Today we're just going to get started with the drywall and have, you know, most of this room already complete. Alright you guys, we have some pretty decent progress here. As you guys can see, we have all of this bathroom already patched up, drywall is installed as well, fan is working, all the plumbing is complete as well. So next step is we are going to go to the store, purchase some Durock, just gonna install this, and then we will get started with the tiles. Alright you guys, we have a lot of progress done here in this basement. As you guys can see, we have basically all of this drywall already installed. We are patching at the moment. All the recessed lighting is also installed, so it looks very nice in here. Everything is all really nicely lit up, and with these windows too, it really does bring a lot of lighting into the basement, both natural lighting and also from the recessed lighting. Once again, we had to do a soffit here to cover the docks and all the electrical, but yeah, it is looking really nice in here. That of course over there is the second part of the basement, which is going to be the gym. But yeah, over the last couple of days we have been working really hard here on the drywall. There's a lot of, you know, configurations we had to do here to make the drywall look as clean as possible. And yeah, it turned out really nice here. Alright you guys, check this out. So we installed all the Durock here in the shower. Right now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start installing the mosaic tiles for the base of the shower, and then tomorrow, or maybe even today, no, I think tomorrow, we are going to start with the tile walls. We already have the tiles once again, so you know, we have everything ready here. But yeah, we patched up all the corners here so that the water does not go through the Durock, just in case. We are going to also add waterproofing on these corners as well. Alright you guys, check out this bedroom. So we have everything already patched up, all the corners as well. So you know, we're not 100% done with patching yet. We do also have to put the yellow patch here, but we are done with the first patching we need to do. Check out our progress here on the basement. As you guys can see, we already patched up the entire basement. We started doing some of the patching already, but we do need to put also the yellow patch. And as you guys can see, this basement does look very nice. However, I do think that this basement got just a little bit small after we did install all the drywall, just because of, you know, how it all looks. Once it was all open, everything was kind of, had no boundaries, had no borders or walls, if you guys know what I mean. So now closing it all off definitely makes it look just a little bit smaller, but you know, in fact it is just a little bit smaller because of the walls. Alright guys, look at this. We have the entire bathroom already complete with all the tiles installed, as well as the tiles for the floor installed. All we have to do basically is to install the grout, which we should be able to do tomorrow after the tiles get dry, and then we're ready to actually install the grout. But everything came out really nicely here. As you guys can see, we even have a niche over there for the shampoo. And then we are finishing up with patching the walls here, and then we will sand them once they get dry and then paint them. All right, we have a lot of progress done here. Check this out, guys. We have all the drywall installed. All of it is patched. We do have just a few little areas we needed to do some touch-ups, which we did. And then all the lights are also installed. As you guys can see, all of it looks very nice in here. We have a lot of lighting in here, and especially with these large windows, definitely does give a lot of, natural lighting in here as well. As we move forward along the basement, we go into the bathroom here, which we, of course, added. This was not a bathroom here before. We do have the vanity here. It's not all the way installed, but we do still need to do some touch-ups over here. And then here's the bathroom. All the tiles are installed. Pretty nice tiles they turned out to be. At the beginning, I didn't know if I actually liked them that much, but after we put the grout, it actually looks really nice. And then also the floor tiles on the shower also look good. And then this is the popular style right now, these gold hardware finishes. It really does look really nice in here, especially with all the veins inside of the tiles. But yeah, very nice look in here. I do really like how this bathroom came out. And then this is the bedroom that we added. Also a good amount of lighting in here. Also the new window, of course, that we installed earlier on. But yeah, everything is starting to gather some really nice shape here. Right now what we are doing is installing these doors here.
it.